Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm one of the Math 130 SI leaders. Today we're going to talk about how to simplify trigonometric identities. Okay, so we're going to verify this identity right here. We have 1 over 1 minus sine x minus 1 over 1 plus sine x equals 2 secant x tangent x. So when you're verifying identities like this, usually what you want to do is start with one side of the equation and work to get the other one. Usually you want to pick the more difficult side and work till you get the easier side. So I'm going to pick the left side of this one because it has fractions and things like that. It looks a little more complicated. So I'm just rewriting what we have on the left side of the equal sign. And our end goal is to get 2 secant x tangent x. So another guideline you can use for proving these identities is to write what you have on this side of the equal sign in terms of sine and cosine. So this already has sines in it, so we're good. We don't have to rewrite it in terms of sine and cosine. It already is. So the next guideline you can use is that if you have fractions like this, you need to combine them to get one fraction, because here we have two fractions. Here it's just one term. So if we combined these fractions here, to get the numerator, we do 1 times 1 plus sine x minus 1 times 1 minus sine x. Okay, so we just found a common denominator. And then the common denominator is the product of these two. So 1 minus sine x times 1 plus sine x. Okay, so if we simplify both the numerator and the numerator should go to 2 sine x. And then the denominator, you can see this is factored as a difference of squares. So it's 1 minus sine squared x. So this was combined like terms. And this one we foiled. So we can then use an identity in the denominator. So 1 minus sine squared x can be written as cosine squared x. That comes from this identity here. So this one's probably the most popular Pythagorean identity. Sine squared plus cosine squared gives you 1. So if you solve for cosine squared, you get 1 minus sine squared. So this is where we're getting the cosine squared now. So now what we want to do is we can rewrite this fraction. As long as we have terms that are being multiplied together, we can kind of split these things apart as we need them. So we can rewrite this as 2 times, let's have 1 over cosine x, and then sine x over cosine x. So you can see this is still the same thing, because in the numerator we have 2 times 1 times sine x, which is 2 sine x. In the denominator we have cosine x times cosine x, and that gives you cosine squared. So we're just splitting things apart. Okay, and now you can see we're really close to this right here. We can use our reciprocal identities now. So we can say this is 1 over cosine x is secant x. Sine x over cosine x is tangent x. So this comes from our So this does it. This shows that this side of the equal sign is equal to the right side of the equal sign. This has been my explanation for simplifying trig identities.